Yeah, can you hear me?
I hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Yes, this is Boris again. If you remember, we had a talk a
I,
few days
remem
ago.
I remember you. All right.
Yeah, we had a talk a few days ago.
All right.
And yeah, I was wondering if we could just continue with our conversation from the
Yeah, we
last
will
time.
continue, but I have a little off topic now. I want to finish it first. What do you think about the secret marriage in Islam, as long you are a Muslim?
I've been following your life in the Rumble.
Uh-huh.
All I can say from my personal that it's, um, the peoples I know in my which is like people in my near, we don't follow like this stuffs. You see, like there are lots of stuffs which I consider is not good, and it's not because of the Islam. It's like my morals. So personally, I don't find it
But
morally
so you
good.
are saying your moral is good and Islam moral is bad?
I don't know about this secret marriage. Like, is it referring to muta, or I don't know. Like, is it
No,
something
no.
from the Quran, or is it?
Muta is different. Muta is not secretly. You do it. You go to a woman. You ask her to have sex with you in exchange of certain amount of money for a certain amount of time. And when the time is up, there is no need for divorce. The so-called marriage is over. It's like you go to a pimp house, you pay certain money. They tell you you have 30 minutes. 30 minutes is up. You just put your pant on and go out.
No, as I condone muta, but what I was wondering about that secret message, I don't know if it's anything I've heard about, or if it's referring to Quran.
Secret marriage is in Islam there is all kind of marriage. There's zawaj of friend. Those are not really marriage. It's a form of prostitution, and actually even Muslim marriage is a prostitution. Like when a Muslim man he marry a woman, do he marry her for life or he marry her temporarily?
Marry for a life, I
No,
guess.
no, because as long you can divorce her by one statement, this is temporary. It's a contract. Actually, even your Muslim call it contract. Is that correct?
That's the thing I'm trying to tell you. It's depending on who you ask, because as I've grown up.
No, I'm not talking about you. No, don't take me
Okay.
wrong. I'm not talking about you, about me. I'm talking about Islam.
No, that's I'm telling. I mean, the type of Islam I have been learned, that I'm telling you, because what I have been like teach, especially if you take about this marriage, it have to be witnessed by two peoples or more. Otherwise, it's not valid. So
Who was the witness of Adam and Eve?
I perhaps maybe God and angels.
Okay, who was the witness of Zainab and Muhammad? Nobody.
Back to the, yeah, you understand what I'm trying to say.
So you see, the witness, first of all, the witness doesn't change anything if you witness it or not. If it's a marriage or not marriage. But obviously in Islam there is no marriage because simply it's a contract. One person, he have the right to finish the contract anytime, and that is the employer. The employee cannot fire the employer, correct?
But what I'm trying to tell you is...
No. I want to focus with me. Can the employee fire the employer, or the employer can fire the employee?
Can the employer fire the employee?
Okay. Who is the one who fire? The employer or the employee? Can I, if I am an employing you, can you fire me?
No, it's the boss.
Okay. So in Islam, the man only can fire the women, which means the woman, she is not part as a partner. She is just a contractor. She is an employee. When you are a partner, I cannot fire you because we are equal in what we do. But in Islam, the man, he can fire the women by one statement. He say divorce, she is divorced. So simply in Islam, the word marriage does not exist. Secondly, the word nikah mean the F word.
Yes, but that's not my understanding. And if you like ask most the common peoples, they wouldn't talk in the same way what you're thinking. That's what I'm trying to
Well,
tell
they
you.
can say whatever they want. Who care about what you see, your understanding, it doesn't count, because it's not my understanding, it's not your understanding, it is what it is. Right? If I understand that a cloud is rocks, doesn't mean a cloud is rocks. Correct?
Yes.
So there's a huge difference between my understanding and what it is. So if some Muslim he think this is not what Islam is about, well, he have to prove me wrong, and then he will have a better understanding then, and I will be the one who think that the cloud is rocks. But if I am the one who can prove that my understanding is what Islam is about, then your understanding doesn't count, because my understanding fit perfectly with what Islam is about.
If you can show me the reference about what you try to say about this contract, it's from the one, if we talk about if you can get divorced, it's from the one side. Can you show me the reference?
You know, okay. I am surprised that you are saying to me you need reference. Aren't you a Muslim?
Yes, yes, and that's what I'm telling. What I have learned, it have to be two witnesses, and when it just come to the divorce, like it's not personally with me, but what I've heard, it's both ways. A woman can divorce you if she is unhappy, because
No.
I remember.
No, a woman, she can ask for divorce, and that if the husband he accept, she can ask him divorce me, but she can divorce him, and then the man he might put condition, like there's something called al-khula. Al-khula is like I don't know what the word in English, like the break. So she can ask for that, and if he agrees, then she have to give him all the money he spent on her. So what men usually do, they start beating the women, making her life like hell, until she asks for that, so he can get all the money he spent on her. Otherwise, he will never divorce her until it's up to him. If he don't care for money, he just divorce her. If he want her to get him all the money back, he keep her as a wife, he never divorce her, and he will beat her every day.
You can just show me the reference. It's also like,
well, you know, the Quran, chapter 4, verse number 34, it says, الرجال قوامون على النساء. Men are in charge of women, and they are better than women. So, if you go in the Quran, let me open the verse for you.
What? Tell me again. Verse 4?
434.
434.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like men are the caretakers of women. It's not talking about like.
No, this is talking about everything. No, it's talking about even you can beat them. Why the man he can beat his wife? He can beat his wife. So you are in charge of her totally. Like when the Quran speak about divorce, the Quran speak about talking to men divorcing women, not to women divorcing men.
Yes, but I remember there is a hadith, you can help me if I'm wrong, about the woman, if she is not sexually pleasured by her husband, she can divorce her.
She have to prove that he cannot have sex. Not only he don't pleasure her, so he cannot have sex. So then she can ask, because the purpose of this marriage in Islam is sex. So if the man he cannot perform his part as a man, then the marriage will be dissolved. But this is a different story. But if you go in the Quran, chapter 2, verse number 230, chapter 2, verse number 31, chapter 2, verse number 232, all of them talking about men divorcing women, divorcing women, divorcing women. So not women divorcing men. You will not find one verse in the Quran saying, women, you can divorce your husband. You will see always saying, divorce if he divorce her, if he divorce her. Now, this is a chapter 2, verse number 233, 230. And here actually you find very funny rule, that if a man, he divorced his wife 3 times, she cannot go back to her husband, the one who just divorced her, until she if a new husband, not to marry a new husband, until she if.
No, I have followed this when you had this talk for a few days ago with some other men. I have followed this. You know, that's I'm trying to explain you. Okay, it can be written in the Quran, but me personally, or like we don't follow these rules. So you see, in that case, I will do like what I find it's not contradicted with my morals or like my living, how we live. So that's the simple, you know, that's like.
We can say, you see, Bohis, you are, is your name Bahis or Bohis?
Bias.
Bahis, okay.
Yes.
So you can give me a speech about your morality. I can give you a speech about my morality, but this is not what the topic is. The topic is what Islam is about. Like here, as we see, what kind of God he say? If a man he divorced his wife, she cannot go back to him unless she, if not marry the other husband. You see, and this is the proof, by the way. This is one of the proofs that the word nikah does not mean marriage. It means to if. Like here it says, until she sleep with other husband, not until she marry other husband. He's a husband. Look at the first translation. Until she has married another husband. How married another husband? He's a husband. So the word tankah, until she if the new husband, which means she marry him and she sleep with him. So in Islam, if a woman, she marry a husband, the second husband, and she did not have sex with the second husband, she did not do nikah yet. She just married. This is why the verse saying, until she if a new husband. Look at the translation, very funny. Until she has married another husband. If you go, let me show you how they lie. I don't know if you know the story of.
I know the story. I have heard this debate last time when you heard it.
Yeah, about the woman who her husband did beat her, right?
Yes.
Until he made her clothes like greener than her clothes, her skin. What Muhammad said, you should know that you cannot go back to your previous husband unless your husband do nikah to you. Until he tastes your juice. So she have a husband, so she can't go back. She have to be literally effed by the new husband, and the Muslim they false translate. They say enter he had sexual intercourse. The fact doesn't say that. The fact it says enter he tastes your orgasm, and you taste his orgasm. حتى يذوق عسيلتك وتذوقي عسيلته. Enter you taste his orgasm. So now she is married. Can she go back to the previous husband? No. Why? Because he did not taste her orgasm, and she did not taste his orgasm. So what is the purpose of this marriage? What is exactly why this woman, she married from the second husband? She married from the second husband so she can go back to the previous husband. How that can be a marriage? So Islam is just a game. It's like, you know, sometimes because the law is so stupid, so you play games with the law. Like, you know, I go to the traffic light, and the traffic light now is red. And next to me, there is an entrance to a gas station. So I go in the gas station, I go out from the other exit, I take the road, and I continue go straight. So I avoid the traffic light. So this is what the Muslims are doing. So now a Muslim woman, and this is coming from God.
I will come back to this because regarding the hadith, I will come back when I have my proper topic. Just as a quick answer of what you're talking about. As I told you, I'm not so into in details. That's the first thing, because usually, as you know, you're a scholar by yourself, as you told. The thing is, when this type of topics, you need to understand everything, the history, you need to know the context, you need to know. So that's not.
Even this one, we need context and history. This is for today. The Muslim today, they practice without knowing any history. This is what Muhammad saying. This is very simple. What history? A man, he divorced his wife 3 times. Abu Rif'ah, he married her, you know. Rif'ah, he married her. And, you know, she don't want to sleep with the man. Obviously, why? Because she don't want him. She married him, hoping he would divorce her, because she refused to sleep with him. And she will go back to the previous husband. What history? This is your history. Do you have more details?
No, that's the history, but that I'm telling you, you don't know the context. You don't know, like,
No, we know the context. You know, it's very well explained. We have, you know, this is why the books of hadith exist, to tell us all the context. We have what he said, what she said, what he told her, what he did, how he did beat her. We have all details. What is missing?
no, the missing it's my understanding of this. What I can say, if I, for my morally, I wouldn't do it. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, but
Then
isn't it the
I don't
Quran?
know.
Isn't it the Quran says if a man divorces his wife 3 times, she cannot get back to him unless it is 3 times. Did the Quran
Yes.
give more details? That's it. So supposedly the Quran is enough to give you that. This is the command of Allah. That's it. So there is no more note for history. If you divorce your wife 3 times, she cannot get back to you unless she have sex with a new guy. Why? What is the logic?
I couldn't answer. That's what I'm
No,
telling
I will tell you. I will tell you what Muslims say to me. They say to me,
Okay.
Allah is punishing the husband, but look how stupid this punishment is. The husband, if he cared, he wouldn't divorce her anyway. It is the women now. She have gone to sleep with someone else in order to go back to her babies. The weak spot for the women is the babies. So this woman, obviously, she don't care for the husband. She is desperate to go back to her kids. So now she had to go and find a new guy, and she hate him, and obviously he's beating her, and he is way older than her, in order just to get back to the previous husband. That's the whole story. So look how much suffering the women she have. And look, even Aisha, she said, I did not find any women suffering as a believing women. Who said that? Aisha. She say, I did not see a suffering woman as much as a believing woman. Why Aisha she said that? Because this is what happened. Muslim women, they are suffering because Islam took all their rights from them. Look, she said, look, her skin is greener than her clothes. Look, I did not see a woman, suffering women, as much as a believing woman. I have not seen any women suffering as much as believing women. So Aisha, she is witnessing that Muslim women are the most to suffer between all women in the world. Why? Because simply Islam treat them as animals, sex object. She's a goat. She have a vagina. She make babies and she make milk. That's it. She is not a partner in a marriage. She is not a wife. She is one of many sexual objects.
But I condemn this. For example, yes, I condemn this, and I don't know other Muslims who follow this. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The practically it's different from the how it's in the books, and that's what I'm trying to. The way we have been teach about Islam, not just me. It can be many people's. In that's so. How would you explain that to me then? Why are we not following this?
Because you just told me you have a good moral. Because obviously, because you don't follow it. You know, if you follow Islam, you don't. You know, then you don't have a good moral. If you follow Muhammad, then you go to your you know, wife, to your son house, and you flirt with the wife. This is what Muhammad did. This is the best man of Muslims. So because you are coming from a good family, your parents are good people, so you refuse to practice such a thing, but not because Islam is good, but because you are a person of good quality, you don't want to follow such a thing. But what this have to do with Islam? You know, you refusing because you find that you know, with Islam, without Islam, is way better than you following Islam. So you refuse to follow Islam. That's why you are saying to me, I don't do that, because simply you are not following Islam. If you follow Islam, you would do that.
I can have a quick. Okay, we can just discuss about it. You know, as with the religion, I had a quick talk with a friend. You know, before times when there were prophets, it was like easily to, if you see a prophet in front of you and you follow. You know, these days, when it's come to the religion, we have many religions, for example, and then in that case, you never know which one of this is right.
Who is the one who
Because
told you
it's-
this logic? Give me his name.
No, it's not logic. We are talking. I'm
No,
telling
no. You see, this is false logic. Isn't it the Quran says that the Jews, they killed many prophets and they gave many
no.
miracles? So
No, you didn't get
either
my
this is
point.
true or
What
not,
I'm-
huh?
No, you didn't get my point. What I'm trying to tell you today, nobody can say with sure like his religion is
No, no,
right.
no. We can,
That's
we
what I'm
can.
telling you.
Nothing changed. Nothing changed. This is not a logic, because at the old days there was millions of gods too. There's many religions and there's many philosophers. In fact, in the old days, people, they used to think better than now. Today, you have somebody, you know, they go free Palestine, but they don't even know where Palestine is. Before, they don't open their mouth before they knew what they were talking about. In the time of my grandfather and grandmother, people, they were more educated than the stupid generation we have now. They don't even know 2x2 is what. Most of people don't have high school. So we are now in the time we have computers, we have a smartwatch, we have a smart phones, we have everything. We have AI, yet like machines get smart, people get stupid. So in the old days, if you compare between people at that time, even though they have too much superstitions and all kind of crazy stuff, but they were way more educated. At least they have common sense. They knew what is a male, what is a female. So today, more people are more stupid. It's not about there is more religion. No, this is not the same. But they are more stupid. There's people who follow without questioning, without seeking, without checking facts. And this is our problem. It's about facts. Facts check. So if I say to you the moon is in my bedroom, and you believe me, is it my fault? No, it's your fault. Because you believe that the moon suddenly become in my bedroom. So if I have a follower and he is a stupid and he follow me blindly, that is not my fault. It is his fault. And always there is somebody who will take advantage of the fool. So foolishness is always exists. Nothing changed. But foolishness changed the color. Like now they call themselves socialist. They call themselves communist. And they claim that they are the most smart people. And they are the one who defend the human rights. But at the same time, they do abortion. In the same time, they support killing anyone who is against them. In the same time, they speak of democracy, but they burn churches. They are the same as Taliban. So what happened? Nothing changed except a human being getting more worse. Not at that time, it was the opposite. In fact, according to Muslims, there was 365 idols around the Kaaba. Is that correct?
I haven't heard about it. But
So,
you see,
but listen to me. Let me finish.
okay.
365 idols mean 365 religion. In a place is a smaller than my backyard, and people don't kill each other. Can you bring 365 religion in one yard without people killing each other these days? So Arab, before Islam, they were more tolerant, way better from when Islam came. Islam came when I kill everybody. Before Islam, 365 religion. They practice, everyone, he have his God next to the other one God, and nobody kill anybody. What happened? Because Islam is evil. Islam as a gang don't allow other weeds. You know, there's weeds want to take over other weeds. All of them, they are weeds. But there is peaceful weed, and there is invasive weeds. And Islam is invasive by violence and hatred. Go ahead.
Maybe just a quick question, yes. You know, how many people do you think like follow this religion in details? What I'm trying to say, why not just take the good from religion instead of like,
what is the good of Islam?
you have the praying, for example.
Like what?
You know, praying, how we pray, like
You know, pray is a good thing.
why not? You think it's
What is the good thing about it? What is it? You are praying for my death. Don't you recite the Fatiha 5 times a day?
No, you see.
No, hold on. You see, let us go to your prayer. No, hold on. When you pray, you don't pray to God. You pray to curse me. 5 times a day, you say, oh Allah, don't make us like the lost ones or the cursed ones. The lost one is the Christians. The cursed one is the Jews. So you cannot even pray to your God without cursing the Jews and hating the Christians. How that can be a prayer of God? How that can be a good thing? Imagine I go to my closet, I want to pray now to my God. I say, may my God kill Bahis. What the heck? Oh God, don't make me like him. How that can be a prayer? So when you say a prayer is a good thing, then we find that your prayer is nothing but cursing and bully. The prayer of a Muslim is nothing but a bully. You are bullying me. You claim that you are better. You are fascist. You are Nazi. You think you are the best of mankind, and you pray, oh please Allah, don't make me like those people. Can't you pray to your God to make you a good person without speaking about me? No, you cannot, because Islam is a religion of a bully. So when you say to me, like, there is good things in religion, you say to what? Like praying, but you don't pray to God. You are bullying people. Imagine there is somebody, look, hold on. Imagine there is somebody, he don't look good. He don't look good. And then I say to God, please God, don't make me look like him. And you hear me every day. You hear me saying that every day. This is how it feels for me as a Christian. Supposedly I'm the one who don't look good for you. And you pray to your God, saying, please God, don't make me look like Christian Prince, please. He's so ugly, disgusting, please don't. How that can be a prayer? This is a bully.
That's how you see it. You see, that's one.
No, this is how it is. This is how it is. You see, look what you just said. Look what you just did now. You just said this is how you see it. So you are insulting me, and yet you are accusing me that I'm wrong.
Let me explain how I mean. You say this type of question is not something that you can answer with yes or no. You have to understand what I'm trying to mean. And what I'm trying to say is, when we pray, we feel connected to the God, because as you are more connected, you will be on the right way. Because I can speak from my personal experience. I pray 5 times a day. It doesn't matter, I live in a European country, but I can manage to make my praying, and that's what keeping me out of the sin.
What sin? What sin? You are living sin. First, you are praying to wrong God. Secondly, you are bullying me, and yet you are saying this is not sin. Isn't it bully is a sin? Isn't it, you know, if second, when you say I'm praying, do you make a prayer? No, you are you're repeating what the Quran said. Prayer is a connection between you and the one you are praying to, supposed your God. But who you Muslims, when you pray, you don't pray, you are repeating what Allah said. So is Allah praying or you? Obviously it's Allah, because you are not saying your own words, you are saying what Allah said. You don't even know what they are saying because it's in Arabic. You are not even allowed to pray in your language. You have to pray in my language because you are a slave of the Arab. So
you can pray in Muslim.
No, you cannot. No, you cannot. No prayer is accepted. No prayer is accepted except in Arabic.
Let me explain it, because before when you pray, it's as a not being able to speak Arabic. It's small verses which you learn by your heart, and of course you will learn also the meaning. But if someone, for example, is someone new who could not pray, he can pray in his language until he learned the Arabic words.
You see, look what you just did. You just approved Islam to be racist, zero ethic. You can pray in your language until you learn how to pray in Arabic. What does that mean? Why I cannot pray in my language? You see, this is why Islam is made for the Arab. It's a racist cult to hijack every culture. Then you change your name, you change your clothes, you change your food, you change your habit, and then you became an Arab. That the whole idea of Islam, it's about Arabization. You are a slave of the Arab, is to destroy your heritage. Like, isn't it? Can you as a Muslim be proud about your heritage before Islam?
Can you tell me what you were trying to mean? In what way?
Can you be proud? Let us say originally you are from India, which means originally you are Hindu. Can you be proud about the Hindu culture, or let us say accomplishment? A Hindu philosopher, as an example. You say you have a grandfather, he was a Hindu philosopher. Can you be proud about him?
If I'm a Hindu, you mean?
No. If you are a Muslim now, but originally your grandfather was a Hindu, okay, and he was a philosopher, or he was something, a good guy. Can you be proud about him?
I don't have the reason to be not proud about.
Well, your prophet said, the one who is proud about his heritage before Islam, tell him to go and bite the penis of his father. Can you believe it?
Just a second. So we can just take it with the Hayat, my understanding of the hadith is, if it's contradict with Quran or like
What contradict? Does not contradict. Now you are trying
no
to
no
find.
no 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 no. I'm just telling you. For example, like if you're gonna show me a hadith, if it's something we cannot find in the Quran, that's what I'm trying to say. If it's something not in the Quran, name like if they have it mentioned about it.
Well, everything is in the, and not, everything is not in the Quran. What do you mean? So now suddenly you Muslim, you follow only what is in the Quran?
No, I follow the Quran and I follow the hadith.
Okay.
Which, if it's not contradict or if it's something.
My friend, you have a wrong understanding, because you must follow hadith which is contradict the Quran, because there's many hadith is made specifically to abrogate the Quran. Don't you know that? They are made specifically for a purpose of abrogating the Quran. Like as an example, the mut'ah. There's no verse in the Quran says don't do mut'ah no more. But there's hadith says don't do mut'ah no more. I don't know what happened to this website. It's not opening no more.
But then it's good. You see what I'm trying to say? Okay, hadith, it's telling us something good. But if the hadith contradict, it's telling us to do something morally wrong.
My friend, your prophet never told you something morally right. Okay, give me one thing your prophet told you morally right.
I don't read hadiths. I tell you, I don't read.
So but a second ago you told you morally right, and the second I asked you give me one, you said you do not know what hadith.
No, I will give you the example. No, my example is you say regarding mut'ah. I told you if it's in the hadith, it says something good. So that in that case I will follow it. But if
what you are doing now, you become a person who filter what your prophet said, and you decide what is good for you, what is not, and that's how it works for you. But this is not how religion works. Either you follow your prophet as he said, as he told you, or you don't. You can't say I want to follow this, I want to refuse that. If you do this, then you have new religion. I don't know what the name of it. Do you have a new name for this religion? The one it's called I follow as I wish? Can a Christian follow as he wish? Of what Jesus said? How come we Christian, we don't say, I don't accept what Jesus said here? Why? Why we don't have da'if Jesus? You Muslim, you have da'if Muhammad. What is the reason? I will tell you. Because Muslim, they try to find an excuse, an exit of all the shameful things Muhammad, he said and he did. So what they do? They say, I don't accept this, I don't accept that, I reject this, I like that. So if something is an embarrassment, you say, I don't accept it. If it's something that sounds good for you, you publish it, you make noise about it. But don't you think this is a form of hypocrisy?
I would rather call it, that's how we are living today. That's I'm telling you. Today, it's not so simple to know what is the truth, because there are so many religions, especially when you're born into, for example, if you were born into Muslim, you would probably also follow the teachings, and it will be hard for you to change or like look for something else, because that's how the world works. You cannot. Like,
no, this is not an excuse, because I will give you an example. I'm born into. I am born. No. Like, you see, I'm born in a Christian family, but who said to you I did not think carefully and study carefully if it is good or not? Who said that to you? So I decide to stay as a Christian, or to be as a Christian, because actually the Bible says you have to be reborn again, which means born of a Christian family does not make you a Christian. So I made a choice to be a Christian, and as everybody, like now you are talking to me, you can convince me, you can make me change my mind, but can you? You cannot, because simply I'm very much convinced, and I have all the evidence to prove to me that the Christianity is the right and the truth to follow. So I am not, it's not about it's hard for me to leave or to stay. Why it's hard? There's nothing is hard unless you are a person who don't care. If you are a person who don't care, then you stay as you are. Why you go to school to learn? Nobody like to go and sit behind, and there is somebody school you and tell you what to do and give you a homework, and then he tell you what you are a bad person if you did not do it. So I go to school because I want to improve myself, improve my knowledge. You study because you want to improve your knowledge. And if the knowledge will not improve me, that means it's not a knowledge.
But that's the reason why you're speaking here. That's the reason why we are having this conversation. That's the reason why I'm looking for the truth. But
All
I
right.
just, you see, that's the reason we are sitting here.
But you know, what I notice about you,
yeah,
that you are saying to me, the reason I'm here is to look for a truth. But the second I show you something, you say, I don't accept this. So it's not, you're not looking for a truth. Because if you are looking for a truth, listen, if you are looking for a truth, you check the truth. You don't say, I accept that and I reject that. This is your religion. This is your books. The second you start choosing your own, but like you're doing shopping. You are doing shopping. You are not making a study of religion to be sure it's right or not. So the second we show you something is embarrassing, I don't, this is a, I have an idea if it's contradict the Quran, but who said that this contradict the Quran? And so what? There's tons of things contradict the Quran. In fact, the hadith exist to contradict the Quran, because most of the abrogation of, like, if I say to you, what is the punishment of women? She is married and she fornicate according to Islam. What is the punishment?
I remember this debate. No,
this is not a debate. I'm just asking, my friend. It's not I'm not debating with you. I'm not debating with you. Listen. I'm not debating with you. I'm trying to help you. Debate have to be with two people who have the same knowledge, and even, there's a challenge. I'm not challenging you. I'm just trying to help you. So if I wanna punish somebody now, she is married or he is married and they commit fornication, what is the punishment in the Quran? You cannot find it. Okay, what do we do?
Or for a male? I didn't get your question.
If a man and a woman, they fornicate, what is the punishment? And they are married.
It's not in the Quran. It's not in the Quran.
It's not in the Quran. Okay, where we can find in the hadith, correct?
It's a hadith, yes.
Okay, but the fact it wasn't the Quran. So it wasn't the Quran, the goat ate it, and now you ask the Muslim, they said to you, it's abrogated by recitation. Okay. How in the world that can be? So the hadith actually exposed the corruption of the Quran. And this is why many people, they try to escape from the hadith, because the hadith give us a lot of secret out. So the hadith is like a, you go in the attic of somebody, like when you go in his room, he have pictures of God's religion, he have Quran or Bible or etc. Then you have small storage room, dark room in the top of the ceiling, and they're nowhere, hiding behind boxes. And then you open those boxes, and then you find porn, and then you find sex magazine, and you find the Playboy. All of those are there. He don't show them. And this is how the hadith is for the Muslims. The hadith is the porn section, which they don't want to show unless it serves the purpose of what? Of lying to somebody. The second you show them something embarrassing, we don't want it, we don't accept it, we don't listen to it.
Okay, CB, just so we can continue my main topic, what I was trying. Okay, for example, I told you I've been reading the Bible. There are some verses I would like you to explain to me.
All right.
But just before, I would like to ask, how would you explain? There are like Christians who also revert to Islam. It's also Muslims.
How Christians what?
Yeah, there are Muslim Christians who convert to Islam.
Like who?
So this is like, I have been following this as a Tuli speaker corners where and there is a debate between Muslims and Christians. I see people writing on the...
My friend, those people do not know anything. You see, here we go, convert me to Islam. Those are not the Christians. The Christians, they don't even know how to say the prayer, Our Father art of heaven. What kind of a Christian they are? Those are born in Europe, born in, you call them a Christian. They are not Christians. I saw every single, like those who open channels, like the guy, his name is Bob the Builder. Do you know him?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
This guy is a big scam. He claimed that he is a Christian. He do not know one single thing about Christianity. But he claimed to be he was a Christian. He was Orthodox. But I never heard of an Orthodox. He don't know what Orthodox is about. So they are a scam to make money and collect money. That's all the whole idea. His
But how
wife,
can
she
you
is from
explain? So,
Senegal. Look, listen. His wife, she is from Senegal. She is a Muslim, but we never saw her. We never met her. He never sat next to her. How we know that he is even telling that the truth that he have a wife? So they say things, they fabricate things. If I say I convert to Islam now, Christian Prince, do you know how many millions will subscribe to me? And how much money I will make? We know the business. There's many people, they make a reaction for the Quran. It's just to click, for the click to make money. We know that. We are not stupid. Muslims, they gang on any, or like somebody, he's a Catholic react to Quran. A Catholic, it's a big deal. He's a Catholic. Come on. He's the Pope. So they make video, he take a picture of himself, his mouth is open, like, wow, like what happened to you? His mouth is open like a tiger. He have a reaction video. I mean, come on. So we know that those are all fake. Otherwise, those who they claim to be Christians, I challenge to bring any of them to debate me right now. They will not dare, because simply they do not know anything about Christianity, and they don't know anything about Islam too. Like even this guy Andrew Tate, he came in the video, he says, brothers, sisters, and even he made the same for Sneeko. Why you are asking him to be a Muslim now? We know that they are not real Muslims. He said that we know they are not real Muslims. Now, can you say to me Andrew Tate was a Christian?
I don't follow him, but I'm just...
No problem, but can we say he's a Christian? Can we say his brother is a Christian? His brother, he claimed to be Orthodox, but he's a pimp. So my friend, the Lord, he says, not everyone says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of my Father, but the one who do his will. Those are not and never was Christians. But I can bring you people who used to be sheikhs, and they left Islam. And if you can bring me someone who used to be a priest and he become Muslim, then I will say, okay, this guy was a Christian and now he become a Muslim. Let us debate him. Because, yeah, he was a priest. I mean, obviously, he was not only just, he was religious. But then if he debate me, he will lose miserably because he will discover that he have no religion.
I get your point, but what I'm trying to say, you cannot say for the sure that nobody in the world, like Christians, have like they are ex-Christians. So that until, if we just take hypothetically,
my friend, no problem with ex-Christian. Let us say, for the sake of argument, and we are 3,999,999,999 millions became Muslims, and there is only one person still a Christian. Still, Islam is false, and Christianity is true, because I can prove it, and nobody can prove me wrong. So, if you cannot defeat the knowledgeable about both, that means you have no religion. You go after the ignorant. You see, I'm not debating you. I'm not defeating you. I know that your knowledge is not strong in Islam. So I said to you, bring me a sheikh. And then you watch what will happen. Did I tell you last time to call a sheikh? Did I or not?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Why I'm asking you to bring me a sheikh? Why I'm asking you to bring me a sheikh? Because I want to show you that it's not your fault that you do not know. Even your sheikh do not know. Islam is not a religion. Islam is a shish kebab hummus. It's a mix of many stupid things. So your sheikh cannot debate me, cannot defend Islam, and he will fail miserably. Not only you. So when you say to me, somebody convert to Islam, I ask myself, who? Muhammad Ali Klai? This guy is a racist guy. He joined the Nation of Islam. He is a racist. He hated the white people. He decided he was looking for a group to join. A group that told him that Islam support black people. But the fact Islam make fun of black people. So he's ignorant. He's a stupid. He joined it. And the rest is the same. They do not know what Islam is about. And they are seeking the benefit. The Nation of Islam is created by Al-Qaddafi. Millions of dollars come every month from Al-Qaddafi. Every month. They have center everywhere, all from the money of Libya. Everybody knows. When Al-Qaddafi, he died, the Nation of Islam leader, this guy Farrakhan, who everybody know how big a scam he is. You know, he marry women. All secretary, they have babies from him. MashaAllah. Smash Allah. He boom, boom them. When he died, Al-Qaddafi, he made a big speech and he went in the street and he went crazy because Al-Qaddafi is the source of money. Now there's no more money. So we know how Islam functions and we know the benefit. Even those who they are going in the street to free Palestine, they don't even know what they are going for. You can say all of them, they are Muslim too, even though they are homosexual. How you can explain to me that a homosexual or a feminine group, they join Muslims, Free Palestine. You can't explain it. Those Muslims, they want to kill the homosexual. So how the homosexuals support them? Does that mean Islam is right? Or does mean that those homosexuals are a bunch of idiots, do not know that they are supporting the one who want to kill them most? So if you want to explain to me the stupidity, go ahead. But you cannot prove to me that if somebody, he's a stupid and he join you, he's smart. Like you will see a Jew, he is joining Free Palestine. Free Palestine says Free Palestine from the sea, from the river to the sea, which we kill all the Jews. But he's a Jew. So he's a Jew. He joined the one who screamed next to him, kill all the Jews. Is that because he's smart or because he's a stupid Jew? Because he's a stupid Jew. If you bring me a Christian, he defends Islam. Is that because he's smart or because he's a donkey? Well, obviously he's a donkey because he is supporting the one who want to kill him and he want to go after him. So you are trying to present Islam to me as a good religion because there is somebody convert to Islam, but I can show you tons and thousands. Do you know how many thousands left Islam because of me? Do you have an idea?
Not really, but
well, you can search right now, search in YouTube, left after debating Christian Prince, you will find endless number. When the founder of Hamas, his son, he became a Christian. Is that because he's stupid? He do not know what Christianity, he do not know what Islam is? This guy, they call him the son of Hamas. This guy, he grew in the center of terror, and he decided to become a Christian.
Okay, we can come to it. So I have some questions regarding some verses I've been reading. Also help me to understand. Just a quick thing. You know, last time when we had a conversation, you told me there's no verse in the Quran where God telling about Prophet Muhammad being unlettered. I have the verse, if you can just put it, 29:48.
49?
29:48.
29, chapter 29.
Yes, chapter 29 and verse 48.
Okay, read it for me.
Okay.
All right.
You, O Prophet, could not read any writing even before this revelation, nor could you write at all. Otherwise, the people of falsehood would have been suspicious.
Okay. I want you to tell me, who is the one who told you that it says you cannot read? Who is the donkey he told you that? Where it says you cannot read?
The Quran itself.
No. Where? I want to see the word read. Where it says you cannot read.
But this is the verse. You know, I will.
No. Hold on. You see, I'm not making fun of you, but this is how I talk. Remember that, okay? Don't be offended.
Yes or no?
Okay.
No, what I'm telling you.
Okay, I want you to show me where is the word read.
Yeah, I'm coming to it. If
Where?
you go on Quran.com, I'm reading the Quran.com.
My friend, I have the Quran in front of me, and I am Arab, speak Arabic. It says here, وَمَا كُنْتَ تَتْلُو مِنْ قَبْلِهِ مِنْ كِتَابٍ. Where it says the word read.
The translation I'm reading.
Okay, so the translation you are reading is made by a donkey, because the word tatlu does not mean read, it means recite. And this is your translation too, because it says tilawat al-Quran is reciting Quran, not reading Quran. Talawa, this is an Arabic word. This is why the translator here says recite. What translation you are reading?
This is from Quran.com.
What the name of the translator? What the name of the translator?
I don't know how to find it. Like, can you think you can?
Well, here we go. I'm changing translation one after one. This word mean recitation does not mean reading. The translation here says read, but tatlu mean recite. And actually, look what happened. You quoted this verse for me to prove to me that Muhammad did not know how to read, correct?
Just a second. Let me
No, hold on. Did you quote? No, hold on. I will go with you. Did you quote this verse for me to prove to me that Muhammad he do not know how to read?
Yes.
Okay, I will go with you. Let us assume that the word mean here read. But look what happened. It says before this Quran. That's mean Muhammad he knew how to read. How come I did not see the word before?
No,
So
it's telling
no,
you,
hold on. You search. It took you 3 days. It took you 3 days, 4 days to search for it. It says here. I will go, no, listen. Focus with me, please. You do not know. Neither you do. Did you read any book before this? That means he know how to read. Read the book before this. So you brought me a verse to prove to me that Muhammad, you do not know how to read. The fact, it says the opposite. It says that before this, you did not read any book. Before this, which means you did read this book, but before this book, you did not read any book. So this verse actually confirms that Muhammad read if we use it as a word read. If we flip the translation, the word yatatlu, to read, that will make it that Muhammad, he knew how to read. So in fact, you gave me a verse now based on your translation confirming that Muhammad, he knew how to read, how to write, because it says, if I say to you, before this book you did not read any book, that means you did read this book.
But how will you, the second sentence, no, did you write any book? How will you
he did not write. Muhammad never wrote books. What does this have to do? If I know how to write a book, like all my life I was able to read and write, but I did not write a book, and then I start writing books. So does that mean before that day I wrote my books, I do not know how to write or read? So Muhammad did not write books. Okay, no problem. But here it says, neither you read any book before this. So you did not read a book before this. That means you did read this.
Okay, but in that case, how will you then explain the stories from the Bible and the Torah in the Quran then? Because if you remember our conversation, if it's copying, so how will you get this information?
What do you mean?
Okay. You know, the Quran, it's talk about the stories from the previous books. So if you haven't
give me one story from the previous book came accurate in the Quran. All of them, they are funny and stupid. Give me one.
No, but the stories are there, right? You say the stories are there. So how, in that case, you are also contradicting by yourself, because if you couldn't read those books, how did he copy those, or how did he come up with the stories?
Muhammad, he lived with the Jews. First of all, I did not say he did not know how to read. It's you who said that. I said to you, he know how to read. Secondly, I do not need to know, I do not need to read or write to listen. Isn't it in the Quran? In the same, in chapter 9, verse number 60, isn't it saying there that Muhammad was accused that he is an ear? Is that correct?
Yeah, I know the words.
Okay, why they accuse him that he's an ear? What ear mean?
Only just to before go there, because then we're going to change the topic. I will give you this one more verse. You can just
no, why he was accused to be an ear?
If you can show me the verse, if I remember, it was speaking about like people accuse him, and it's more like it's more like a caution, like if it was copying. If you can just put the verse, then let me see it before I can continue.
No, I'm asking you why they say that he is an ear, which means he take whatever he hear. Did Muhammad live between the Jews?
Of course not, they were
okay.
living there. Yeah, there is also hadith.
All right. So when you live between the Jews, do you hear what the Jews say? You hear, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Do you hear what the Christians say?
Yeah, of course.
So now, if you hear from me that I believe in the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, do you need to write and read to know that? Or it's enough to hear it from me, and now you know what I believe?
Yeah, if it's enough to hear.
Okay. And actually, I believe Muhammad, he knew how to write, how to read. It still does not make him an educated person, because Muhammad, he made big mistake. As an example, Mary, she is the sister of Aaron. As an example, Mary, she is the daughter of Amran. Amran is the father of Aaron. So Muhammad, he think Maryam, yes, in the Old Testament, there's a woman, her name is Maryam, and she is the sister of Aaron and Moses. So the silly Muhammad, he thought that Maryam is the same Maryam is the mother of Jesus. When a Jewish man, he came to Muhammad and he told him, hey, listen, he came to Aisha. Aisha was at home. He told her, well, I heard the messenger saying that Isa, even Isa is a wrong name for Jesus, he is the son, his mother is Maryam, the sister of Aaron. But there is hundreds of years between them. Aisha, she said to him, you are a liar. Then Muhammad, he learned that, and even people of Najran, they told the Muslims, how your prophet, he says such a mistake. So they went back to Muhammad, and now Muhammad, he tried to fix it. So he said at that time they used to call them the names by their ancestors, the great prophets. But this is false, because Aaron is not the great prophet. Actually, he's condemned many places. Even according to Muslims, he allowed the Jews to worship idols. In the same time, it was too late for Muhammad to fix it. Why? Because he said that Mary is the daughter of Imran. To the fact, the whole chapter in the Quran, chapter 3, it's called Ali Imran. So Muhammad, he think all those names mentioned in this chapter are the family of Imran. But Mary, she have nothing to do with Imran. She is not even from the tribe of Imran. So Muhammad, he started talking about Isa, about Zechariah, about Moses, and about Isaac. All of them, this is the family of Imran. But what Imran, what are you talking about? What Imran have to do with this? So suddenly, the father of Moses become the grandfather of Jesus. How such a mistake can happen? So Muhammad, he learned from the Jews, yes. He learned from the Christian, yes, but he learned absolutely false information. He messed up. As an example, your prophet, he says that in the time of Moses, the Samaritan, he misled the people, but at that time there was no Samaritan. What are you talking about? How the Samaritan came to existence in the time of Moses. So Moses, he go to the mountain, he come back, he found the Samaritan, they misled them. How this happened? Anyone he have little knowledge of history, he knew that this is impossible, because those are not exist at that time. You do not need to be a genius. You can go right now and search in Google. You will find that this is a very wrong information. How Muhammad, he come to such a mistake? If this is a book coming to him from his God. So the Quran full of history mistakes, geographic mistakes, science mistakes, grammar mistakes, language mistake. Even the word Quran is wrong, because there is nothing in Arabic is called Quran. This is Aramaic word.
Okay, we can continue. Okay, well, just for a moment, as I say, if I doubtful about Quran, you can just try to answer me regarding my questions regarding Christianity.
Okay.
Or
But before we go to Christianity, I want to know first if you are still a Muslim or not, because you see, why I want to go to tell you about Christianity if we are not done with Islam. We have to be done with Islam, otherwise, like, what is the reason for you to leave Islam if you are not convinced Islam is wrong? I'm here to convince you Islam is wrong. And then if we reach that point that you agree with me that Islam is wrong, then I will have all the time for you to speak about Christianity. But why want to jump? Why want to cut in the middle of the work we are doing, and then we jump to different topic? Are you convinced really that Muhammad is right when he spoke about the Samaritan, that they all exist in the time of Moses? Is that what history says? Are you convinced that the baby is made from the sperm, and the sperm became a dead blood, and then the blood became a lump, and then the lump became bones, flesh and bones? Are you convinced that the sun set in a muddy water, and he found where the sun set? Are you convinced that there is a dam of Gog and Magog, and there is a creatures behind it who they are not a human, but they look close to human, and they are evil, and they are trillions of by number? If we are 7 billions, they are trillion, because every one of us have 1,000 of them. This is from the time of Muhammad. So if everyone multiply 1,000 before he die, that means by now they are maybe a billion trillion. All of those are behind a dam, and this dam is made from copper and iron. Either we agree that this is a fiction story and Muhammad is a liar, and it's Quran, it's not a hadith.
No, in this case, what I'm telling you, don't have to like say it's not right and just change because I'm trying finding the truth. I can read about two religions at the same time before.
You can read, but first for me, I want to finish with you about Islam. Either you agree, because I'm not going to waste my time simply. I don't want to be rude to you, but it's a waste of time to answer you about the Bible when you are not convinced yet that Islam is false. I'm here to explain Islam first. And then when you leave Islam, I will be happy to go with you to the Bible. Do you agree that there is somebody, his name is Alexander the Great? He is in Islam, his name is Mr. Green, because simply he drank from the fountain of youth. You know the story, right?
I have heard that story, yes. Okay, in that case...
Okay, do you believe in the fountain of youth?
Just a quick, when you talk about this, I heard there was also a fountain of youth in the Bible mentioned. You have this conversation.
No, we don't have it. Hey, show it to me so we can laugh.
No, but last time when you had this debate, when someone...
You see, okay, my friend. Yeah? So Muhammad, obviously, he copied legions of his story. This is why chapter 9, verse number 61, 60, speaking about him as an ear. They accused him to be an ear. The Jews, they came to him. They said to him, okay, Muhammad, tell us about what Prophet Zulqarnain he did. They are laughing at him. Muhammad, he believed them. He thought he took it seriously. He came back after 2 weeks. He told them, Allah told me to tell you this. So suddenly, Alexander the Great, he became a prophet of God. And his name is Zulqarnain because simply he wear a hat with 2 horns. But according to Muhammad, because he wanted to convert his people to Islam, they hit him with the hammer in his head. So he got like boom, boom, boing in his head. He died. Allah resurrected him. He brought him back to life. And then he came back to his people to convert them to Islam. They hit him again with the hammer. So now he have 2 pimples in his head. So he was called the man with the 2 horns. Look at the smart explanation of Muhammad. And now Muhammad will tell them about this man. Who is the one who's talking? Allah. Allah, according to him, that this guy, he guided by Allah. He's a messenger of Allah. And then he, Allah gave him all the mean of victory. Why Allah want to give him all the mean? Because he is a Muslim. Zulqarnain became a Muslim. Since when? Islam hijack everybody. Michael Jackson is a Muslim. Job is a Muslim. Joe Biden is a Muslim. Trump is a Muslim. Christian Prince, he died. We make him Muslim after he died. Just wait. We will say he put his finger up. He was giving, maybe Christian Prince was giving finger to somebody. And then suddenly they will say he was giving Shahada. Just wait. So anyone become famous, they will make him a Muslim. So now Allah is telling the story, and they ask about Zulqarnain, say, I shall tell you something about his story. Who's talking? Allah. Verily we established for him in earth. Okay, we gave him all the means of every... Why you want to do that? I mean, everybody knows Zulqarnain is a pagan man. So he flowed away until he reached the sitting place of the sun. Look, what the heck is that? Do you believe in this, that the sitting place of the sun? And then he found it sitting in a black muddy spring of water. And he found near it, near what? Near the sun.
Can you just explain this? I really don't understand, like, what's the problem with this? And it can be the English. I don't understand, like, what's the... If you can just explain to me, it's spring of black mud. What do you mean? It's the problem.
There is a legend about the sun goes, a human being, they see sometime boiling water from volcano.
Okay.
There's a legend that the sun goes and get its heat from those water, from such a water. So there is a fountain, there's a water, a spring of water, and the reason it is muddy and black because simply this is a volcano, boiling water. So how the sun get its heat? How come at night it get cold and we don't have the heat? Obviously the sun lose it. So the sun goes every day and dump itself in that water, and come back the second day full of heat. Where it get the heat? From the water. And then the Muslim, they try to lie to us, and they say, well, this is talking about this is how it's appear. But as you see, there's no appear, there's no way it doesn't say he thought, maybe. No, it says he found it. He reached a place where the sun set. He found a spring, not ocean. Zakanek, he says to you, when you go to the ocean, don't you see the sun going in the ocean? Well, this is from the perspective of Zulqarnain. That's false. There's no ocean. This is a spring of water, and there's no way you can think that the sun going inside a spring of water.
Could you show the explanation of what you're telling? Because
well, if we go in the hadith, let's see. This website, the hadith wasn't working. Let us hope it's working now. I don't know. It's not working. You see, I'm trying to open it. It says this hadith cannot be reached. Let me try with different website. Give me a second. They asked Muhammad. He asked his companion, do you know where the sun goes? He said, no. I think the hadith, the website is down.
Okay.
Yeah, guys, can you open the website? Let's see. Let me post the link. You guys tell me, is the website working for you or only not working for me?
Okay.
They cannot block me because I have tons of IP, so I don't think they can block me. But let me know if the website is working.
It's not working for me either.
Oh, okay, so it's not working. All right. So Muhammad, he said, he asked Abu Dhar, do you know where the sun goes? He said, no, Allah and his messengers knows best. He says the sun goes and set in a spring of muddy water, hot water. So it is in the Quran, it is in the Hadith. Muhammad explained it. Why? Because people in the old days, they thought that the sun, I mean, fictions, they have a lot of superstitions. As an example, your prophet, he think that the sun rise from between the two horns of shaitan. That's why he said, don't pray when the sun approach. Here we go, it's working again. Look like the website start working again. Let us see. Because it's flip. Let us see. Let us hope it's working. Maybe not. I think still not. Okay, so you know why I cannot pray? Because the sun coming from between the horn of shaitan. Who in the world would believe in such a thing? How a messenger of God who believe in God, he can say such a thing? So Muhammad, he have tons of his stories. All of them, they are stupid and full of fictions and dummy stuff regarding astronomy, space. Like Allah, he created the star to shoot shaitan if you try to spy at him. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Is that really what the stars are for? I mean, if shaitan can sleep on your nose, how in the world we want to shoot the shaitan with a star? Look how tiny the shaitan is, and he is invisible. And supposedly nobody can go out of the space.
Simply just a question then. In that case, okay, for a moment, if I say Islam is wrong, why don't God show me the right path? You see, this was my question also last time. Why I find it like why so many people are still following this religion? Why nobody?
How many people they smoke every day?
No. How many people? So no, why are people still believing this religion then?
Doesn't matter how many people still smoke.
It can be many.
Take me to the Middle East and give me a radio station and allow me to smoke without being killed, and let us see how many Muslims will stay. The reason they are still Muslims because there's no freedom. There is zero atheist in the Middle East. Have you ever heard of a whole country there's all believers? Zero atheist, zero homosexual, there is zero gay, zero lesbian, there is zero of everything. There's only Muslims. Why? Because this is a region of terrorism. There's no freedom. All the people in the Middle East, they want to fast Ramadan. Every house of a Muslim I used to go to when I used to live in the Middle East, nobody fast. In the street, everybody is fasting. So Islam, the Islamic terror, because nobody, look, here we go. This guy, Imran Khan, speak about Islam and etc. Who dare to insult the Prophet? You don't dare. But you can have sex with the women secretly. You can take a bribe. You can do everything. All of them, they are believers. And at the same time, Pakistan is the most corrupt country in the world. Everybody have bars in his windows. Why? Is that because of security? Is that because the country have good security?
No, it's because of the
So
dealing.
can I say all Pakistan are Muslims or zero Muslims? I don't know how many Muslims there is, but give them freedom. Let us see how many Muslims. You will not know how many Muslims in a country unless you give them a freedom. Then you will know who's a Muslim, who's not, who's a Christian, who's not, who is a gay, who's not. Give them freedom. If you want to know how many thieves in a city, take the police away. Then you will be surprised. You will find that your neighbor is a thief. And maybe you are too. And maybe me. The second the police appear, the street is full of thieves. The police in the street, everybody behave. So, doesn't mean if nobody is stealing now, or few only, that means there's only a few thieves. No. This is why you see the second there's a chaos happen, you know, riot, then suddenly they break into stores and they break into banks and they steal phones and jewelries. They rob Walmart. I mean, hundreds. Like, what happened? Suddenly all the town is our thieves. Yes, there's a lot of thieves. Give them freedom to be thieves and you will see who is a thief, who is not. If there's no freedom, you do not know. If there's no freedom for me to tell you what I'm saying right now, there's nobody to say what I'm saying right now. Nobody, zero. Does that mean all of the world, including Christian Prince, he's silent, he's mute now? All of us, we believe in Islam or we believe in Christianity? No, because there's no freedom. Freedom, my friend, is the only test of who is and who is not. Your kids, your daughter, your son, and I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about everybody. Yeah. If you force your daughter, don't go there, don't do that, she would do it secretly. I remember when I was in a school, you know, we went in a taxi to go from city to city. Me and a guy, we are from the same area. We took a taxi, but we cannot pay for the taxi, all of it. You know, it's not worth it. So the taxi, you know, like they can take other passengers with us. So he took 3 girls, they sit in the back seat. The 2 of us, we sit in the front. The 3 girls in the back, they were wearing burqa. They are wearing hat under the hat so nobody can see their hair. They are wearing gloves. And they are Muslims, very conservative. We arrived to the second city and we want to continue now the third city. The driver, he have to wait in the station so he can get 3 passengers to replace. He will not continue unless either we pay for the space is empty or we wait for other 3 passengers. So we said we wait. We waited and then the girls, they came back. And they came to the guy. Hey, Abu Muhammad, we forgot with you a case. The guy, he look at them and we look at them too. They are not the one who came with us. They are wearing, you know, those like Spaniel clothing, you know, opened chest, their breast is coming, their hair, makeup, short skirt. The guy, he said, no, no, you did not come with me. The one who came with me is the 3 girls and they are conservative, wearing hijab. They said, it's us, it's us. He said, no, it's not you. And then they start telling him what he was saying to us during the trip to prove to him that they are the one who was in the back seat. They start telling him about how he write his homework. He's, you know, there's things he told us nobody knows. I mean, just now we are in the trip with him. And they told him even what we said back to him, what we asked him, what he said to us. The guy, he went crazy. And then when we travel again, he said, man, I will never let my girls to go study in different city. Look, those girls, they wear hijab, they wear burqa. As soon they arrive to a new city, look what they are wearing. How I can let my daughter to go to different city? I'm going to stop her from going to school now. So give them a freedom. You see in Saudi Arabia, 20 years ago, they go vacation in Europe. They go in the toilet seat in the airplane, in the bathroom, before even they land. They go in the bathroom, they have a new clothes with them, they have little tiny bag with them. They go in the bathroom, they come with the new clothing. There's no burqa, there's no hijab. So when they go in the airplane from their country, they are wearing burqa. As soon the airplane fly and they are out of the kingdom, right away they go to the bathroom and they put makeup and they wear short skirt. So to know who is a believer who's not, give them freedom. So if you see a woman, she converted to Islam, she's wearing hijab, will she have a choice? She did that. I believe her. But I don't believe a Middle Eastern woman. Those are forced to. Freedom,
okay,
my friend.
So freedom. Okay, I'm living in a free country. There are many Muslims also living here. So just for a moment, why is not God showing us the right way? You know, as I'm talking.
God is showing you. Here we go. God, He's using me to talk to you. Who said He did not?
No, me and you. You say I'm coming to my point. You say if someone is born in a different religion, okay, in a family, it's not all the time that that person will try to seek other religion. Like most of the time, it will be like he will continue as he have been teach, as he been. That's I'm telling you. Like why in that case God is not showing us the right sign. Okay, in that case I'm speaking to you, but can you guarantee like all the peoples, like all Muslims, they are like do it as I'm doing? So how will you explain
You
that?
cannot be a Muslim. You see, I'm a person who say things and I don't care what people will say. You cannot find a Muslim and he's a good person. If you are a good person, you are not a Muslim. Because a Muslim is someone who follows Islam. Is that correct?
Not all the teachings.
No, hold on. You see, I'm being honest with you. I'm telling you what I believe. I am being honest with you. No, you are. If you are a good person, you are the Muslim. Because if you are a Muslim, then you can lie to your wife. Do you lie to your wife?
No.
Do you approve lying to your wife?
Sorry, if I've...
Muhammad, he says, a Muslim, he can lie to his wife. The wife, she can lie to the husband. He can lie to his friend. He can lie to his enemy. Who's left? So, are you a good Muslim who lied to his wife and you like to have a wife lying to you?
No.
Then you are not a good Muslim. Are you a good Muslim who like to have sex with the children like Muhammad?
No.
So you are not a good Muslim. You're not a Muslim at all. Okay. Do you like to use stones to clean your ass? Do you like to take a shower with dead dogs and women blood from period? You say no. We are a bad Muslim. Do you like to kill Christians just because they are Christians as Muhammad did? You will say no. You are not a Muslim. So a true Muslim is a bad person. He's a bad person. He's very evil actually. A Muslim by name, he can be a nice person. His name is Muhammad, but he don't want to kill people. He don't want to have sex with the children. He don't want to rape the Christian and the Jews and the Hindus and the atheists. Well, that's because he's a good person. He's a nice person, but not because he's a good Muslim. A good Muslim is someone who follows Islam. A good Christian is someone who follows Jesus. So if a Christian, he want to go and work as a drug dealer, he is not a good Christian. If a Christian, if somebody wear a cross and he is a pimp, well, he is not a Christian, he is an evil person. But if he is a pimp, he can be a Muslim. I can show you even that from the Quran. So you can be a pimp in Islam, but you cannot be pimp in Christianity. You can be a rapist in Islam, but you cannot be a rapist in Christianity. You can have sex with children in Islam, but you cannot have sex with children in Christianity. You can lie in Islam, but you cannot lie in Christianity. You cannot use the name of God in vain in Christianity. You can't even swear in Christianity, but you can use the name of your God to lie as much as you want in Islam. So how that will make you a good person? How Islam will make you a good person? Islam never make a person good. This is why you see all Muslim countries are bad countries. You cannot find one Muslim country have any form of decency. Judges, police, kings, leaders, system, the postman, the garbage man, the butcher, the grocery, everybody cheat.
No, but how will you explain? You see, I understand this point. This is my also view about, but what I'm trying to, if you get my point, what I'm trying to say, why it's not good? Because it would be unjust. Like if I'm born in a Muslim family and I didn't happen to, for example, have this conversation with you, then would it be injustice if
Well, this is not excuse, because yes, my friend,
no, it's not
Christianity came. Christ came, my friend. Christ came, not Christian Prince. Christ came 2,000 years ago. So, and everybody heard the name of Christ, and everybody knows about Christ, and you decide not to listen. So don't tell me it's what is my fault. It's your fault. People knows about God since the time of Adam. The children of Adam, they knew about God, yet they are misled, and then the flood came. So can they say what is our fault? No, it's their fault. It's your fault to go where you want to go. So
no, but you know the Quran is saying that the God will he won't judge you, like if you haven't get what do you say, if you haven't get this couldn't find, if I didn't get the message, you see what I'm saying, this it will be the same.
My friend, that's false. According to the Quran, Allah sent messengers, and he never sent the messenger except in the tongue of the people. According to Muslims, Allah, he sent 124,000 messengers, but they failed to tell us who are they and where they are sent. According to the Muslims, Allah, he warned all mankind, but they failed to tell us where, how, when. So this is always an excuse. Same time, your book talk many time about Christ, talk many time about Abraham, about Isaiah, and then you should notice that the message of Islam is not going in harmony with the message of Abraham. Like, was Abraham a black stone kisser? Did even Abraham go to the Kaaba as the Quran says? In fact, the Quran confirmed that Abraham never was there. The Quran says, if this is a book made by other than Allah, you will find in it what? A lot of contradictions,
yes.
But, okay, isn't it the Quran says that the one who built the house, which means the Kaaba, is Abraham?
Yes.
Okay. But isn't it the Quran says nobody came to Mecca before Muhammad to warn them?
You mean in the sense of the messenger, or you mean people
okay,
living there
when
before?
Abraham, he came to Mecca, according to the story, did Abraham came with Ishmael and he warned his children to worship Allah?
Yes, he warned his
okay.
children, yeah.
So how the Quran says that Mecca never have any warner before Muhammad? If you go to chapter 34, verse number 44, it says, and we had not given them scriptures, which they could study, nor send them before you, Muhammad, any warner. So how Abraham was there, how Ishmael was there, how the children of Ishmael were there, and all of them, they are Muslims according to Muslims, yet nobody came, and they never received any scriptures. So what, Abraham, he went there, he have like his bikini? Abraham, he went there to do what? So he built the Kaaba, the house of God, and with his son Ishmael, yet he did not mention the word Allah to his people there. But the verse is so clear. We had not given them scriptures, no books before you to study, nor send them before you. Very clear. Nothing, no one before you.
To the people of the Mecca.
Yes, people of Mecca, exactly. But if the people of Mecca are descendant of Abraham, how you can say nobody came to them before you? Before you see the word before? If the word before is not there, you can play with it. You can say he's talking to people of Mecca. No, he's speaking to before you, before your existence.
Yes.
So before the existence of Muhammad, and before Muhammad became a prophet, there's nobody came to them as a warner. So there is no way Abraham was there. Same time, why the Jews want to hide Mecca? Why the Jews, they want to say, why Muhammad himself abandoned Mecca? He was praying toward Jerusalem because he want to be hypocrite to the Jews. He was trying to convince the Jews that he's a Jew like them, but the Jews did not accept him because he's a pagan. So he changed direction just for the sake of hypocrisy. And when he noticed that the Jews will not believe in him anyway, Then Omar, he told him, let us pray and go back to the pagan religion, our Kaaba. Was the Kaaba as a choice of Allah or a choice of Umar al-Khattab? Umar al-Khattab, he says, وَافَقَنِي Rabbi, my Lord agreed with me in 3 things, in different hadiths, 10 things. Some they say 15 things. So Allah agreed with me about what? About the Kaaba, the Qibla. So it's not the choice of Allah, it was Umar. Umar told Muhammad, let us pray in the direction of the Kaaba. Muhammad, he take it and he make a verse exactly as Umar said.
Okay, so we can do it like next time. If I will come to talk to you, then I will
no
let
problem.
you know.
And always you are welcome to invite a sheikh. You know, I would like you to invite a sheikh exactly, so you can see that nobody can answer me. I don't want you to feel like you are not able to answer because you do not know. But trust me, all Muslims are like you, including starting with your sheikh. They don't know.
Yes. No. What I mean, of course, you have the point there. That's why I've been listening to your other debates, and I don't find many people could answer you. But what I'm trying to say, I will continue with my reading of the Bible, and then we can, because you don't want me to ask something before I'm sure. So then we can have a
let me give you a chance to ask me a question about the Bible before you go. But I want to like continue on my topic about Islam. But go ahead, give me a question about the Bible before you go.
I was just reading. So I read this Genesis. It was let me just take I don't know if it's really in Genesis, but they are like in the beginning of like sorry, let me think. If you help me, I don't know the words, but it was about like angels having children with the humans in the earth.
You see, some people, they have wrong understanding of this. The angels, they are the children of God. Those are the one who believe in God. They were like angels, and then they married from the pagan. They associate themselves from the pagan. So for us, as a Christians, we cannot, or even the Jews, they cannot marry or associate to have a family with someone is a pagan. So they marry. This is not about angels having sex with a human. This is about I just told you, this is about you as a person who believe in God. Some people, they try to explain it as angels having sexual intercourse with a human. That is false. Angels,
because I have Googled it, yes, as you told, because I have Googled about it, and some people, they are speaking about like fallen angels, like, it's a different
no, fallen angels are angels. You see, the proof of that, Jesus said that when you go, they ask him about a woman who is going to marry her. He said he and she, they will not get married. They will be the same as angels, which means angels don't have sex. So it's obvious. So angels are not sexual, and they don't have sexual desire. And this is why angels cannot be what it's meant. So the Bible sometimes like when the Bible says I'm a child of God, is that true? I'm not really. I'm not child of God. Is God my father? No. But when we pray, we say our Father, correct?
Yes.
Okay, but doesn't mean I'm saying, so if you are a foreigner reading my book, they say, oh, the Christian, they are children of God, so that means they believe that God have sex with their mother and they are, born from God. But this is not what we believe. This is the same exactly what you understand about this verse. Those are not angels marrying them. Those are the good ones who associate themselves with the bad ones. So they are fallen.
But when I Google about this, they call it Nephilim. So how
they call them what?
People come up with this thing?
They call Nephilim. The what?
Nephilim. I see if someone is also writing in the chat. They call it Nephilim.
Nephilim?
Nephilim. Nephilim. Nephilim.
Nephilim. Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you say so.
Yeah, okay. You see. If somebody want to give you his own understanding, he will say that to you. It's up to you. But we know for sure that angels cannot have sex. Why? Because Jesus himself explained that we as a human, When we go to heaven, we will be the same as angels. They were asking him, who is going to marry this woman? Who is going to have her? He said he and she, they will not get married. They will be the same as angels. So angels don't get married. It's obvious, it's clear, and explained by Jesus. So nobody can say or claim that this is really what happened. The Son of God, the same as us, the children of God, who they have sexual relationship, immorality with unrighteous people. And this is, coming from Genesis. So, but those fit in one, like, as an example.
Could you just show me, it's easier to follow, like from our understanding, if you have like,
if you go to Genesis 6, if you have to connect the dots with each other. But when somebody he give you his own understanding. If you go literate way, by the word, it says, okay, sons of God. But we know that God don't have sons. We know that we as a Christian, we believe that God have only one son. So they cannot be the son of God, because simply they are not. Only God have only one son. So in order to be the son of God, you have to be Jesus. You cannot be an angel. So those are angels, and they are not sons of God. So son of God mean what? Sons of God and the daughter of men. This is about the fallen people who believe in God, who committed immoral act, and this is why they are fallen.
Okay.
Like the word angels can be used in many ways. Like, I can say you are an angel. That means you are a very nice man. You are a very caring. You are, that you care for people. You help people. But doesn't mean they are really. This is a verse speaking in a metaphorical way.
Okay.
Yeah. We don't believe that angels can have sex. This is number one. And we don't believe that angels are not a human. Angels are not a human. Angels are not a human. Like in order to have sex, you have to have sex with something have a vagina and someone have a penis. That's what sex is about, correct?
Yeah.
So if the women, they have a vagina, then the one who want to have sex with them, he have to have a penis.
Yes.
And he have to be sexual, which means he can perform sex. So if angels are not human beings, then how can they and why they will have sex with women? So obviously this verse have nothing to do with any sex and any kind of sexual activities. This is about the ones who they are supposedly following God, and they fall into temptation, going around for their own joy, sexual joy, or any kind of temptation.
We can continue with our topic, because I need to read more and come with other points. So we can continue with it.
Yeah, there is, always, if you want to understand, if you want to understand Christianity, then you have to understand what Christianity believes. So we don't believe heaven is a place of sex. We don't believe angels have sex or they will get married. And we have a proof of that in other verses from Jesus himself. And we believe that there's fallen angels. For us, Satan himself is a fallen angel, but we don't believe that Satan is having sex with somebody. Even Satan.
Just give me the verse about you told me angels having not sex, just for my, so I can
okay, hold on. I'm trying to remember. Give me a second.
Because next time my main question would be around, the Trinity. For me, what is important is like believing in one God, and that's the concept I would like to understand more. Because
believing in one God, it doesn't make any difference if we believe in 10 God or 5 God, because the question if they are exist or not. You know, if they are exist, then they are exist. If they are not exist, then they are not exist. If you go to Matthew, I think this is in Matthew, but you know, I'm searching. Give me a second. Okay, let us see. Either Matthew 30 or 22, something like that. Hold on. 33 or 22. Okay. Yeah, maybe Matthew 33. Let us see. Oh, sorry, Matthew 22. Second. Matthew. Matthew 22:30. No, there's no 30. Actually, hold on. 20. Sorry, 20. 20. You see, my memory is being eaten. My memory is in the Quran is way more stronger about the Bible, sadly.
And you know, I'm seeing, following the live chat, people are telling me that it's better to begin with the New Testament rather to read the Old Testament. What would you say, like, in that?
Yeah, Matthew 22:30.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's, you know, it's confirmed for us that they don't get married. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, actually 30. For in resurrection they neither marry nor are they given in marriage. So when they ask about Jesus about this woman, if you go and read from verse number 27, like who is this one, or even before, who is this one, who is this woman she will be with? She have many husbands. Who is going to be with her in heaven? He said, he and she, they will not get married. They will be the same as angels. Do you see it? And that confirmed in verse number 30.
I'm just following.
So if I can put it on the screen, give me a second. Here we go. So in the day of resurrection, and this is, you know, I think King James translation. Yeah, this is King James translation. For in the resurrection they neither marry nor are they given in marriage, but they are as angels of God in heaven. So what does that mean? It's obviously that angels of God don't get married, and they are not sexual any mean. So this is why heaven and Christianity have nothing to do with sexuality. Why? Because in heaven we will be the same as angels. So if that verse is about really angels associating themselves or sleeping with the daughter of men, then that will be a total contradiction of what we as a Christians and what Jesus taught, that angels cannot and don't have sex. And there's no female and there's no male angels. Like, have you ever heard in the Bible where it says there's a female angel?
I haven't read Bible, sorry. So
No, I mean, even in Islam, there's a female angel?
no,
Okay.
not what I know.
So in the Bible, there's no male, no female, even though they are given, like, even their names is not associated with males, but associated with being with God, the mighty of God, the might of God, the power of God, the righteous of God, etc. So even their names have nothing to do with sexuality or gender. So angels are not to perform sex, and they are not sexual, and they don't have any kind of joy of what we have. Their joy is different from our joy, which is being with God, being in heaven. and for sure they have a better, let us say, feature than us. As an example, living for eternity, living forever. You know, we are people who sin, who die, who get sick, who get tempted, etc., and they have a better place. However, even angels, they have a free will, and this is what we see in the story of Satan, disobey God, and he is a fallen angel. In Islam, Satan is not a fallen angel.
He's not an angel, he's of the jinn kind.
Yes, but in Christianity he is. And that is, by the way, exposed the Quran about the story of Allah ordering angels to bow down to Adam, except Iblis, he refused. But Iblis is not an angel anyway, but he commanded the angels. So why he's upset? Right?
Yes.
And you know, I find it very strange that you went all the way to read this angels. I mean, there is way more important things from those who they might, let us say, be a little bit need a special study. I mean, Christianity is not about those fallen angels. Christianity, let us say the book the book of Genesis is not even there. What if the book of Genesis is not there? Still, Christianity we do not need the book of Genesis to know Jesus. The book of Genesis, is a book to tell us how our roots, where we came from, who is our creator, where we are coming from. So if you are trying to study Christianity, then you can advise you to read the gospel, the 4 gospels. But if you read it from the beginning about the creation and the history of Judaism and how they became here and how Christ came, then the Old Testament is good for you. But the Old Testament, in order to understand it, I advise you to read the New Testament so you can understand the Old Testament by the explanation by the New Testament. This is why now you are confused. So if you know the New Testament, that in Christianity we do not believe that angels can have sex and they will have sex, then this verse will not confuse you.
Okay, of course.
You know what I mean? Like now, if I don't know what it says in the New Testament about angels, I will be confused like you. Who are those angels and how they have associated themselves with the daughter of men, and why it says daughter of men? What does that mean? You know, who is the daughter of men? What does that mean? Is that something bad? Is that something good? So I can be confused too, but it's not for those who they are, let us say, in depth with the religion or with the books. They can explain it better. But if I want to go in a literate way, oh, it says angels. So I stuck with the word angels. But all of us, we knew that Christians first believe that there's only one person, he is the Son of God. That is Jesus. But here the verse says they are sons of God.
That's the reason why it was not about it was because of the word, the sons of God. You see, when it's sons, it's in the plural.
Yeah.
So
sons of God simply is people who belong to God. That's why when we pray, we say our Father. So all the Christians in a metaphorical way, because he is our creator, we are produced by him, made by him, provided by him, so we call him Father, but doesn't mean anything to do with sex. So that the sons of God, they saw the daughter of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives, of all which they choose. So this is speaking about the temptation of a human being, how a human being can associate himself with the wicked man. That's why you see in verse number 5 speak about wickedness. And God saw the wickedness of men was great in earth. So in the beginning it says in verse number 2, the sons of God. In verse number 5 it says the wickedness of men. But I thought only angels and daughters of men having sex or having relationship, correct?
Yes.
So who is the wicked men then? There's no wicked men here. Unless the sons of God, they are men.
Of course, yeah, I can see it now.
Yeah.
It's
And
like,
then God said, I will destroy men. So why God don't destroy angels? He should destroy the angels then. If the angels are doing wrong, right? Then he should destroy the angels. You know, when you commit fornication, there's two partners. There's not only one. You don't stone one and you let the other person go, right? So fornication is an act of two. And based on this story here, if there's a fornication, is an act of two. If they are the sons of God and they are angels, then we have to punish both of them, not only one. What is the angels are being punished? It says then, when God, he said the wickedness of men, that was a great in earth, then he decided to punish them. You know, he said, I will destroy the men whom I have created from the face of the earth, both men and beast. Right?
yeah, I'm
Okay.
reading it, yes.
But you don't see there God is destroying angels.
Of course, you have a point
All
there.
right.
No, that
But
was my
anyway,
point.
you
So
might find
thank you for the
somebody,
explanation.
you might find somebody, he tell you it says angels, it's angels. Well, it's up to him. Who cares? I mean, you know, always to, like when you are watching a movie, some movies, they show you the last scene in the movie as the first 2 seconds, correct? Well, I can stop and I do not need to watch the movie then. Because I saw the first, I saw in the beginning of the movie, the last 2 seconds of the movie. But the joy of the movie is going to be by watching the whole movie so you can understand the last scene. So here, the last scene is going to destroy them. But who? It's explained there, the men, who they are wicked.
Of course. No, thank you, CP, for this time also.
All right.
Of course, we can speak next time.
All right, thank you.
It was just example. Thank you very much for your time.
All right, take care.